All right. Good morning. It is 6 a.m. here. I've been up since about 4:30, and yeah, I just couldn't go back to sleep. So I've been down here trying to finish off some um, music preparations. I've been cleaning up my audio library on my phone. Just a few tracks on there that I didn't want on there anymore. Needed to add a few tracks. So yeah, we're just gonna get into this. I'm going to be working now with the darker purple. Yesterday we did this lighter purple. It was nice lilac, good stuff. We still have a tiny bit left in the bottom of that cup that might have a bit of skin on it. We might be able to get in there if we need to do a little detail, and we still have a tiny bit of the black. Which does remind me, I think there's a couple things, a couple little exhaust port kind of things that we could be doing black today. Most of it I think I'm just going to do with a line art pen, but I think there are a couple of things there we can work on. Let me shake that a little bit further away from the microphone so it's not bugging you guys. But yeah, so that's, I'm going to try to get that dark purple done today, and then I think we're going to maybe do, might have to take a break because the purple does take a while to dry, and then we can maybe line art later today once it is dry, and maybe get ready for some clear coat, and then I think she'll be pretty much done. I'm pretty excited to get her finished here, so I'm hoping by the end of today we'll be done with her. If not, I do have one more day off this weekend. It's a long weekend here for us, and it'd be great to get her finished this weekend. And then I'll probably work on her dial, which I don't think I have a base for. Oh, you know what? I do have a little scrap piece left over in the over by the paint booth over there. So I should be able to get a dial going for her. I picked up some new sticks yesterday. Oh shit, I don't remember where. I think they might be outside. I found a new display cabinet at our local reuse center today, or yesterday, so I'll be able to put that up down here, and I think I put the sticks that I gathered from the forest. I'm going to make some little dead trees for her, since she is basically goddess of the harvest in the way I'm portraying her here. Soul harvest, but harvest nonetheless. Anyway, so we've got some nice fall colors here. I don't know if they can be seen on camera, but nice fall colors, some grasses, and some wheat and stuff. And then I've got those sticks outside, so I think they're in that case. But anyway, yeah, really nice shelf with glass cabinets on it, and I don't think it'll fit there. I'd like to be able to put all my kits inside of a glass case, but I don't think it's going to go there because I think the weight bench is going to be in the way, and unless I completely redo the weight bench area, which I don't want to do. I guess I can always rotate that on the trees. We're going to dish a punching bag being in the way of the bar, and yeah, I don't know. We'll decide that later. But yeah, so we devoted some time yesterday to trying to clean up the music library, and fair amount in there. Good. For those of you who don't often work with spray paint, if it's something you're considering getting into, I recommend clearing your nozzle, which you just simply hold your can upside down, give it a few. Why are you not showing up on camera? Did I just break my camera? That wouldn't be good. Well, son of a bitch. Let's fix that. Sorry, guys. I don't know what the hell happened there. Let's try to reactivate here. Whoops. No? Better? No? Uh-oh. What happened? Let's see. There we go. Sorry about that. I happened to clip the cord down here with my hand. I was moving stuff around and whoops. Alright, so we're just gonna get right into this. Be about 2 boxes going on this one. I save a few of my delivery boxes for paint stands. Because you never know when you're gonna need them. Ooh. What's going on here? Thinner. There we go. I think most people would probably mask this off since it is a rather big section, and would probably paint it with a can. That might end up being the easier thing to do in the long run here, but I'm fairly confident in my brush abilities, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And this piece isn't going to really be seen. It's actually the tail piece that connects the top of the tail to the back, and most of it is hidden underneath the wing assembly. So one might ask, well, why am I bothering to paint it then? The black actually looks pretty good, and the purple tail is black. I just kind of wanted to give it like the armor, like an armor covering at the top of the tail, and give her the impression that she's been that if her tail is somehow actually part of her, it has been armored and it's protected so that she's not vulnerable. And while it sounds like I put a lot more thought into it than happenstance, because I kind of did, and I don't go into these thinking, oh, I'll just add this here just because. I think it was one of those things where I had the idea to give her a tail, and once that idea was in my mind, the question became, well, why does she have a tail? Well, she's not just having bat wings because she's not a bat. She's not a succubus. She's essentially the goddess of the underworld, and therefore she should. In my mind, she should easily rule. We all know that in the household, the woman really rules the household. She controls whether a guy gets a good night's rest or not. If she ain't happy, he ain't happy. So notice I'm using lots of long, light strokes, and working my way from the outside in. And instead of the outside, I will give it half a second or two to kind of cure before I do a fill in. That just kind of keeps paint from running. away. I'm definitely happy I decided on this color scheme. I didn't really know what to think about the colors I wanted to use on this kit when I first started. I knew when I was looking at the paints at the store, I was looking at colors for the various kits that I was working on there to begin with. I knew I really liked that pink and that blue, and I thought they'd go really well together for Shiva in a store. And I saw this purple when I was there, and I liked the purple, but I just wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. And at the time that I was looking at paints for a store in Shiva, I wasn't considering doing 4 different kits. That idea came a little bit later, and as you can see, we do have some areas here where the paint is trying to bleed through on the black. I think I'm just getting a little bit too much thinner in my paint here. I might have to come back and do a second coat on this half. The first half went really well, but I can see there's a little spot there I could probably use to do a little touch up. So we're just gonna let that dry for a bit, and as you can see, we've got the 3 colors there, and I think it's gonna look really good with line art. We'll probably fill that that little divot inside here with black line art. Obviously a panel line there. And, we might try to bring out that little indent with a little piece of line. I don't know. Obviously we've got to fill those 2. And I think it's only on the one side on that. I think these are meant to be like arm greaves originally for the 100 kit, but that's okay. This guy, I don't think is getting any dark purple. I guess we can probably do this little dot right here. There's this line on the wing. I've been debating doing these. I kind of want to just leave it. I don't think it'll look good as a defined mark to have like a purple stripe in there. That look kind of out of place, to be honest. Plus, that's going to be the back. Like, you won't ever see it from the front, and you don't ever see it from the back. We've got this little bit of blue on here that already turned out some extra color. I think just leaving that black is probably fine. Wherever possible, I try to let the paintbrush do most of the work. I think on this is the base piece of the tail. This actually connects the bottom of the tail to the length of the tail. I was debating doing this one plate of armor purple here, and maybe doing the stripe across here, on here. I might get to do that. I think that might be okay, but at the same time, I'm just not sure. That's gonna be too much. Yeah, I think that'll look okay. I think we're gonna go and do it. Kind of a fucked up song when you think about it. And I like Aerosmith and all, but a song about his daughter, this dude's daughter, killing him because he's a fucking child rapist, molester kind of guy. I mean, in a way, it's a good song. I mean, she got even, but I don't know if you actually truly ever get even from something like that, but definitely what I feel should happen to those kinds of freaks. I guess there's some sort of movement now where pedophiles are trying to be recognized as a sexually oriented gender that can be socially acceptable for wanting to be attracted to children and wanting to be able to have sex with children. And I do not agree with this movement. I think that it's taking this whole gender identification thing a little bit too far with sexual orientation and preference of gender relationships and whatever you want to call it. But I think it's time that as a society we stop. Let's just be people. Let's just let's stop labeling each other as something so that we can identify or feel self-important, or so that we can raise one group up while putting down another group. I just think that if you've got some sort of fetish or something, keep it to yourself. Do it in safety and comfort of your own home, as long as it's not harming someone else. Whatever, I'm not suggesting that child pornography is something that you should be interested in, or that it's necessarily okay to look at. But at the same note, like I said with the video games, if that's something that you're doing in your own home, in your time, and again, I'm by no means a proponent of having children exploited for that. But if you're interested in that kind of thing and you're doing it at home, and you're not actually going to act out on those urges in reality, if you're not going to go out and lure some child into a trap, then good on you for acknowledging that there's something there. But please try to get help. Obviously that's not natural for a person to have that kind of urge. And I know, the media is largely blamed for those kind of urges being out there. Sexuality is forced on everyone at an early age these days. I look at the toys that are licensed for my children to play with, and the superhero girls by DC, while being a great line, and I do appreciate the fact that like Poison Ivy character is not the traditional Poison Ivy character where she's barely wearing any clothes. It's still, they're still all a certain mold. All the girls fit a certain size and shape model requirement. They're all still stereotypically Barbie in essence. They've got a fair-sized chest. They've got hips. They've got these aren't adolescent teenager girls. These are girls who have basically full-grown bodies. They're the kind of body that is sought after in today's society. They're not wide childbearing hips by any means, and they've got thigh gap, and they've got maybe B or C cup breasts, but they're still meant to be teenage girls. They're not meant to be full-grown adults with people ogling them. They're not objects. Yes, it's a toy, and it is a way to try to sell them because it is going to look popular now. But I just don't feel like that's socially acceptable to be pandering to our children with that. And, is part of the reason I am, like I was talking about in yesterday's video, a proponent of shows like My Little Pony and more educational programs, things where people aren't sexualized, where sexual jokes aren't used to get a child's attention. It's great to slip stuff under the radar for an adult, so we don't feel like we're watching a child's show all the time, but there's a certain point where this is for kids, like even Happy Feet. I remember the first time I watched Happy Feet, and as soon as I bring that up, I'm sure many of you are like, Happy Feet, what's wrong with Happy Feet? There's a scene where Mumbles and Gloria are basically washed up on a shore line after trying to catch some fish, and they slip and slide and they tumble and fall over each other, and they end up in about 6 different sexual positions. And while it's subtle, it's not something easily caught. It was something that sprung immediately to mind as soon as I saw it, and I was like, wow, this isn't a children's film. And at the time, my ex-wife and I had gone to see the movie with her grandmother. And all I could think of in that moment, her grandma being a very religious lady, was, oh my God, I wonder how she feels about this. And fortunately, she didn't catch it. It was something that didn't strike her as anything, but it was something I caught on to, and I thought to myself, this is pretty awkward. This is not, taking my wife's grandma to a movie, and it's supposed to be a pretty harmless movie, and essentially it's about the furthering of a species, which is good, but they get right into the brass tacks of it. And obviously something came of that exchange, because there was a sequel in which they have a child, so they didn't show any other time that they spent a fair amount of time together like that. So film theorists can grab onto that if they want to. Did Mumbles and Gloria actually have sex in that moment? How do penguins mate? And was that an intentional segment? There you go, Matt Pat. There's a little something for you to look at. I'm kidding. But in a way, I'm not. Anyway, I'm digressing. Yeah, conversation I'm having here about that. Yeah, there's no one else here. So one of my days, my chat's going to just explode, and there's going to be a million people in here going, hey, what's wrong? But maybe one of these days, somebody will either watch these videos or might say, probably irrelevant, but mostly doing these for me. That's why I don't care to monetize videos. I care if I get flagged every video I put up that there's a song. Yeah, I'm doing this for fun, just to get to help further getting my work out there. I've been pretty lucky as an artist so far. This is in 16 countries and several states. Actually, we keep a map, world map with push buttons for everywhere we send the piece off to. And one of the things we offer with our studio is if you do order a piece of physical media artwork from us, if you order a painting or a sculpture, or you get into doing custom modeling for people, then one of the things we might get into, well, I already offer it as free shipping whenever we ship anything out anywhere that's physical media. So it's usually covered in the cost of the commission price. So let's say hypothetically you wanted to commission me for a painting. Let's say that painting was going to be $200, just off the wall there. Depending on the size of that painting could probably cost me up to $50 to ship out. Canada shipping rates are pretty shitty, but there could be a bit of a cost to me that doesn't cover my expenses, my materials, my time, and I don't mind shouldering that cost because I want the person who's commissioned the artwork, or the person who has asked for their piece, to be able to enjoy it in person. I want them, only looking at it on a computer screen. And that's one of the things I think Nelly is a little bit, I won't say jealous, but it is definitely something that she and I have talked about in the past, that she wishes she could do with digital art. Aside from making a print and shipping it out, there's not really much she can do with her art, and she's mostly okay with that. But there again, it is that situation where, as a digital artist, she doesn't get to do that kind of stuff. She doesn't get to put physical copies into people's hands, and I think she'd like to. I definitely think that's a goal she'd like to strive toward. I think on these we're just going to leave these light. I don't think we're going to do these dark purple at all. There's going to be any dark purple on the tail. I thought about maybe doing the ridge piece over the top of the tail as like an armored piece. But I think it's better to leave that black as well, because we're leaving the ridge piece in the center of the back black as well, which should be that one. And, like I said, there again, we can do these little lines that are in here. But I don't think it's necessary. I think the wings are done. Gotta obviously clear coat everything yet. These still need a second coat of the light purple. Shit, they're still. Fortunately, the stuff from last night is still a little gummy. It hasn't completely dried out yet, so I can get back and do it with a little bit of thinner here. Wet it up. Okay. Looks like Victor Ramat has done a really good job of approving my posts on the Frame Art Girls page there. So thank you, Victor. I've noticed you there, been the one approving my posts, especially things like the streams, and you've been really staying on top of getting that done for me as soon as possible. So appreciate that. I know Sometimes it could take a couple of hours to get a post approved, or sometimes even a day. I think when I first started on the page, it was taking, on average, a good 10 to 12 hours to get a post on the page. So I appreciate you staying on top of things. So it's a shout out to you. I don't know if I'll ever bring that to your attention, but thanks. Maybe I'll make a little note on Facebook itself to let you know that I do appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Most amazing coffee mugs in the world. They hold about 1 3/4 cups of regular cups of coffee, so it's really nice to not have to go and refill quite as often. I usually drink about 1 cup of coffee a day, although I'm finding out that coffee actually has some health benefits. So the naysayers out there who say coffee's bad for you, I've come to find out that the caffeine actually helps with gout and helps to prevent gout. So as somebody who does tend to suffer from that ailment, I might actually be increasing my coffee intake slightly. I usually do 1 cup a day, but on the weekends I'll maybe have 2. I think I do touch up on that one. Right. This one I think is the one I screwed up with. I think I did it in 2 places. Yeah. I was getting distracted yesterday with the kids. I started painting the wrong piece. Light purple. Oh, it's the right piece. It just wasn't the right portion of the piece. That's what. So let's pull all the shots. Yeah, I can listen to System of a Down, but I can't have my kids over here pestering me. Figure that one out. I suppose my kids aren't exactly rhythmic. I picked up, I was kind of playing MS Saga the other night. It's an older game for the PS2. Great game. And with all of the custom model builds that I've been seeing everyone do, it's kind of been making me want to pick up the game and play it again. And I pulled up my old save file and I have no fucking clue where I am. I know I'm somewhere around the part where the really cool alien chick with the green hair, I guess she's not really an alien, but anyway, the chick with the green hair has been abducted, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I have to go to the moon base to get her back. It's been so long since I played, and I'm not 100% sure if that's what I have to do with her or not. But as I recall, when she does return, I believe she comes with the Wing Zero custom. So I am kind of looking forward to getting her back. I really doubt it's good. I probably have a little bit of video. So all of my like dirt will get back to again. Archer gave me a lot of hard times. I had my clear goes on, and it's this armory clear for actually for Warhammer. Anyone gets it at his shop, Warhammer guys, and I tried it out and it gave it a really nice frosted look. It gave all the translucent pieces or the transparent pieces a nice like like frosted. Yeah, there we go. There's the only word I can think of for a nice frosted look, and came out really nice. I was actually really happy with the appearance of it. Downside was because it frosted the paint and made the paint look really, really pastel, I was hesitant on adding another coat. So when I put my water slide decals on, I forgot that I needed to top coat the water slide decals so they wouldn't come off. And later, when I was posing Shiva for photos, the water slide kept falling off my hand. I was trying to figure out what was going on, and it finally dawned on me that I was doing something wrong there. So, for myself and anyone else, remember when you're doing water slide decoys that you need to top coat them after you put them on, or they're not going to stay. And it's just something that you forget. So when I was last working on this particular piece, there was a portion that was still kind of top, and very thin part in the middle of it. So just trying to clean that up. Of course, because it's a nice shiny gloss color, touching up with brush can be difficult. It can leave marks. So I try to work quickly, not too much in spot for that. Just a little bit thinner to cover up those lines. that's what we were talking about under black. It's right there. Little spot on the back of the right here. That little dot. I think that was one little dot. Nice thing about working with a brush, you can always switch colors relatively quickly. Really just see those. I don't know how easy it is to switch out with airbrush, but I can't imagine it's easy considering you have to switch out your reservoir between the two. I think we're getting really close, guys. Almost there. So we just got to line it now and some line work, and she's basically done. Might add some little details to her. Oh, I got too many water slide decals left. I didn't really use any on the store either. I did a little detail stripe on her leg just to give her a little something extra. And I'm leaving this armature black just because it's simply connecting there with the inner fins. They're black on the intake. But all in all, I'm pretty happy with how that looks. So you're not going to see much of this anyway. It's going to be hidden pretty much underneath the impact. So. On these particular kits, on these four that I'm doing, these girls, I'm not doing any weathering effects or any kind of like damage or any of that kind of stuff, because I want these girls to be pristine. I want them to be clean and clear. I may have discussed that a little bit in a previous video, but I'm more than likely to do it on the next set of girls that I do, which isn't really a series. I'm planning on doing like base lard with the Wing Zero customs that I've got this really angelic-like kit. I'm kind of wanting to do her with some inspiration from Elspeth and Sarah Angel from Magic the Gathering. For those of you who are familiar with the game of the characters, I want to give her a spear, like Elspeth would use. And I have some of this spear and to, of course, give her the angel wings. And I'm probably going to either make my own, which I'm not 100% sure on, because it's a real pain in the ass to do. I'm either gonna make my own like chainmail, like bronze or brass, like gold-colored chainmail, kind of go under the armor if I can, or something to that effect. We'll try something like that. This particular girl, I do her. Just a second while I do the other one, and I'll get into the black for both of these at the same time. thank Eminem and 8 Mile for ever ruining this song for me. And can't hear it without thinking of the little trailer park rap. And, it is what it is. Not a bad movie. It's not an accurate retelling of the guy's life or anything, but it's pretty decent coming of age movie. You guys gotta grow up sometime. It's not that bad. Alright, oh right, we're gonna do this black. Dry. How long have we been at this? A little over an hour. Well, it's a good time. It'll be about the time we finish. Another hour-long video, and then we will take a break to line art a little bit later. So it'll be 7 o'clock. Get some laundry done, and maybe I'll it's too early to mow. Maybe we can work on Hresvelgr. We need to get started on that. I mean, it's, for all intents and purposes, it's built. I just want to complete it. I gotta glue a little bit of it, and I gotta get it ready for paint. So maybe I can work on that a little bit. End this video here when we're done with the dark purple. Oh, and for anyone who's been wondering, they're just simply a skewer, barbecue skewer with alligator clips. I put a little bead of tape on the barbecue skewer, so they it was masking tape, and I just rolled it so that they keep barbers on the outside, and I slid the alligator clips down. For any of those of you who are wondering what the hell those are, they're fantastic. They allow you to kind of hold a small piece with a little bit more control. The alligator clips will scratch and mark your paint if you've got a piece that's already painted, so you know, be careful where you're holding it. In this case, I'm holding by the ball on the foot. Fair bit of spring tension there. It's nothing too detrimental. I have had it, unfortunately, bite through a piece once. I was holding the inner part of one of Estor's legs. It was holding the inner part of her shoulder pack, where the larger outer pin, the receiver, was holding that inner pin. And partly my own fault, I had to use some thinner on that kit, because when I first painted it, the can of paint that I bought was no good. And the pink, right away, when I sprayed her with pink, it did like this like powdery, textury stuff that just would not come off. And unfortunately, it kind of ruined the kit right on the offset. And I had to go back and try to right away fix it. Might be kind of cool. Do this this little knuckle. Nice. I like that idea. That's gonna look really good on the boot, considering it's gonna sit. Ow. It's gonna sit right. Oh yeah. Yep. And last thing to fix. You know what? I'm gonna switch brushes for this. I'm just doing those dots. While this brush is fine, detail tip is starting to bend on me. From the strokes, getting a little bit of a curve to it. I don't know if you can see that. So it's not really straight anymore. We're just going to switch that for this. Whew. Dots. Gotta love dots. Tiny, tiny little dots. They do make a difference. Maybe the difference between a boring blind kit to a kit that really stands out. And again, you're not going to see most of this shit anyway, but you just do it. Now she's got on this little blue part here, she has a belt buckle. And it's just simply like here and here, but I was asking the wife there and she thought I should leave it. And I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be too much. Two little dots of purple. Yeah, I think I should. She'll be mad at me. So I asked for her opinion and I didn't take it. That's how it goes. Whoa. Did we show up on camera? Is that blurry, guys? Is that better? Is that still? Okay, yeah, that makes a difference. I like it. Just brings a little bit of, yeah, just brings a little bit of extra color in there. Yeah. I guess there's just no way to show that. But anyway, it's like just what the hell is going on? Why is it not? It's as good as it's gonna get. Alright, so miss anything? Looks really good. We'll be ready for a coat of clear, and then we can line art later. That's just a piece of tail, all looking pretty good. Okay, so that's it for this video stream session. We're gonna go ahead and call it for a bit. Video came out a little bit longer than I expected, an hour and a half, but anyway, yeah, might be back here in a few minutes to work on her scythe. Take a quick little break, take a leak and that kind of thing, and get reorganized here, and be back in just a minute.